First question, what are you doing fighting on the prelims, man? This is too good of a fight to be on the prelims. I'm not trying to start nonsense, but...
Yeah, man. Well, I 100% agree with you. So's everyone. Everyone's raving on about that at the moment. Yeah, I totally agree. Look, at the end of the day, I don't really care, like, because I get to fight a little bit earlier, and then I get to eat more food and have a few more drinks earlier in the night. So I try and look at the positives out of everything. But I definitely thought that was going to be on the main card. But yeah, what do? I can't dwell on that. I still got a job to do, and yeah, that's fine.
Let's say at the end of the day, I mean, the paycheck still comes in the same. But was it kind of cool to see, I guess, because I saw a lot of online reaction where fans were like,
yeah.
Was that kind of cool to see? Because you're still pretty young in your UFC career to have that type of support?
Yeah, it was good. It was really good. So I here and there, I'll go have a look on Twitter, see what people are talking about. And there were so many people talking about that. I even had guys make memes about it, like, saying that, just a couple of memes. I ended up posting one actually, but it's cool. It's good to see that. It's good to. I had that at the back of the mind, so I obviously had that on my mind, thinking, I'm surprised I'm on the prelims. Especially with Darren Elkins as well. Crazy fight, and it's good to know that everyone definitely agrees and they're just blown away by it. But what do?
Let's talk about the matchup coming together itself. I mean, Darren Elkins, as you said, he's a guy that's right up at the top. So
yeah.
You were asking for bigger fights, but were you surprised that this was a name that was available?
I was. So that's exactly what we wanted. We wanted a ranked opponent in the US. So it's been a while since my last fight because that's what we're waiting for. So obviously, if you're going to be a bit picky like that, you're going to have to be patient. So we're waiting, and then it was a couple of months started going by, and I'm like, oh, far out, this is dragging on. What's going on? And then Darren's name got thrown up in Boise, and I was like, man, well worth the wait. To be quite honest with you, this is a fight. He didn't really have to take this fight. He should be ranked higher. He's ranked 10. He should definitely be ranked higher. You've got Mirza Bektik, who's ranked higher than him now, which he's beat him. He's on a 6-fight win streak. It's crazy how it works, but it is what it is. But yeah, credit to him. I've got a lot of respect for him for taking the fight. I think it was a very bad decision on his half. No disrespect to him, but he's really tough. He's durable. He's very good at breaking people, but I don't break. And I've got all the tools that he has, plus so much more. So I think it was just a bad decision on his behalf. But in saying that, I'm very, very happy for this opportunity, and I'm just going to capitalize on it and take it.
It's kind of a weird balance to have, right? On the one hand, you're like, thank you very much because you gave me this opportunity, but now I'm going to kick your ass.
Well, yeah, that's just it. It is what it is. Again, he's a lot of respect to him, but I've got a job to do. I've got a family to feed, and I've got people to make proud back home. So that's exactly what I'm going to do Saturday night.
What do you do to train special for a Darren Elkins fight, right? Because if you're facing a great kickboxer, you bring in great kickboxers. You're facing a great wrestler, jiu-jitsu, whatever. He's not really a specialist as anything, but he's just as hard-nosed as they come, right? So what do you do special to prepare for Darren Elkins?
Yeah, man, he's a grinder. He's tough. He's very durable. How do you train for someone that's going to eat all your punches? But you just train hard. Like, one good thing about me, I always train hard. I always prepare for the worst. So I prepare for a 3-round war every fight. So I could go 5-minute rounds, no doubt. So the fitness side of things is never an issue for me, but I guess it added that little bit of motivation, knowing that how durable he is, and he always gets a win right at the end of the fight, even though he's losing half the fights. But so that's definitely was motivating. But it's, again, I always train hard, and I'm fit and I'm strong at the moment. I'm just too fast, and I just believe I'm going to be really setting a statement and knocking someone out, like knocking Darren Elkins out. He's setting a statement, and I always say I want to set statements, and there's no better way to do that than knocking Darren Elkins out on Saturday night.
So you said you wanted a ranked opponent, you wanted to do it in America. Is just the idea that it's time to kind of break out a little bit and not just be the guy that fights on all the Australia cards?
Yeah, well that's what we wanted. Yeah, again, that's what we wanted, a ranked opponent in the US, because obviously I'm pretty well known back at that part of the world. But I really wanted to branch out. Obviously people that know the game know that I'm a big threat to this division, even out this part of the world. But I want the casuals to start jumping on board. I want everyone to jump on the hype train. I believe this is a fight where it's all going to happen. So tune in, because it's going to happen.
Long journey to get here, right? I've made the trip, and it wears you down, and I'm not trying to get ready for a fight. So I guess, how are you feeling? And B, did you take extra steps? Did you come early? What did you do to make sure that, jet lag and fatigue isn't going to be an issue?
Yeah. That's not an issue, because I come early. I was here 2 weeks before the fight, so I was here in Vegas. I spent the last week in Vegas with the guys. Again, I trained with the guys at City Kickboxing, so they had a couple of guys fighting, Dan Hooker and Izzy. So I knew they were going to come a week early, so me and Joe made the decision to come early as well and just adapt to the time. Got some good training at the PI. It was unreal. I feel real good. I've already adapted to everything over here. So, and now, now it's all the same. You go in the hotel, you do your signings, you go here, do your media, your weigh-ins all at the same spot. So it's, it feels like I'm at home anyway. So it's nothing different to me. I'm very comfortable. I'm always pretty comfortable. I don't really get too nervous. So we're good. We're good.
You talked about your teammates, man. Dan Hooker, Israel Adesanya, both had phenomenal performances. What is it that you guys got going there? What's the recipe right now?
It's just the Anzacs are taking over, mate. We're a big threat to the world right now. A lot of eyes on us over there. Well, you got Ty, Rob Whittaker, Dan Hooker, Izzy. Like the list goes on. Like we're really killing it at the moment. We're not just here to fill in spots, as I've been saying all week. We're now big threats to all these divisions. Right through the roster. All the weight divisions. So, mate, it's just, we're there now, it's tune in. We're going, we're taking over, and I'm about to put the icing on the cake. I'm going to make it 4-4 from the boys I've been training with.
Very nice. In the UFC, really in your career in general, every fight's the biggest fight, right? It just keeps getting more stakes. But does this feel like a big one? You got the fight in America again, you got the name. Does this feel like the moment, like everything happens for you? Yeah,
100%. This is definitely the biggest fight of my career. But every fight, it just gets bigger. I treat every fight very important. I have to win every fight. Again, I do this. It's a part of my career. It is my career. It is part of my. This is how I support my family. So you've got to win. So it's just it's really big opportunity for us, and we need to take it.
When you play this thing out in your head, I'm sure. Perfect case scenario, you'd go throw one punch, knock him out, and call it a night, right? But probably not going to happen with Darren Elkins. So, when you play this thing out, are you able to go in there and stop a Darren Elkins early, or do you feel like you got to get ready for 15 long, hard minutes?
Look, I'm ready for 15. Like I said, I'm ready for a war, but I reckon I'm taking him out, and I reckon I'm taking him out early. So, what do you reckon, Joe? We're taking him out? I reckon we got him in the first couple of rounds. I reckon I'll be putting him to sleep early. And again, that'll open some eyes. Darren Elkins going to sleep? Ooh.
I was going to say,
people have done that. I don't think anyone's done that.
He's saying he thinks he ought to be able to parlay this fight if he beats you into a interim title fight or number one contender fight at worst. So if you put him to sleep, what comes next for you?
What do you reckon? Definitely top 5. I reckon. I'm ready to shoot through these ranks. So I reckon anyone in the top 5. So I know I'm going to put on a performance, and I know people are going to expect me to be in these top ranks. Well inside the top 10. And I want to move forward. So moving forward means, top 5, top 6, max.